Howdy folks, how we doing? It is time for another vinyl video. Same guy doing it, same haircut, same camera angle, but different records this time. And no Marillion in this video, so those of you who are getting sick of hearing the word Marillion in my videos will be happy to know that. So here we go. Let's get started and showing some records here. First up is the song Remains the Same from Led Zeppelin. Zeppelin album I didn't have in my Zeppelin collection yet, and I don't know what it was. You know, I just wasn't really that keen on owning this. I mean, I've seen the movie a few times and thought it was good. For some reason, this didn't seem like a must-have in the collection of all the other Zeppelin albums I have. But I did find a decent copy of it. This looks in good shape. It has all the pages of pictures from the film in it, in the gatefold, so that wasn't bad. The cover's in good condition. The vinyl looks to be really clean, and it's on those bitchin' Swan Song labels that I love to see so much. These are really nice looking labels. And let me turn on this music because it's loud as hell. So it looked like to be a good copy of Song Remains the Same. So I thought I'd take a chance on it. It was under $10. I came home, spun it, and I was like, I should have bought this a long time ago. I was having a great time with it, especially the first side of it. Side one has some great songs, rock and roll, Celebration Day, Song Remains the Same, Rain Song. That sounded great at my turntable, so I was like, so glad it's finally here. It's a good live album. Listen to the drum solo, of course. Me being a drummer, how am I not going to listen to that? I always loved John Bonham's style. The guy's a powerhouse, but you don't need me to tell you that. Everybody knows that in the BC. So this was a good album. I'm glad it's finally here. So Song Remains the Same, finally in the collection. From the Police, Atlantis d'Amore. Only because I was missing it. I had a lot of Police albums. I never thought I was going to complete it because it wasn't that important to me to complete and have all their records, but why not? When you find a decent copy for a decent price, why not? It's on A&M, so, and it has, Next to You, So Lonely, which are two of my favorite Police songs from the old days. Roxanne, we've heard it a zillion times. Whole of My Life is really good, and Can't Stand Losing You, Truth Hits Everyone. Those are good songs, so this is a cool album. A 12-inch single from the band The Pretenders, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, which isn't a bad song. I wouldn't say it was a great song. It's okay. The reason I bought that, though, is on the B-side of this, there's two live versions from the song Time the Avenger and Bad Boys Get Spanked. We got live versions of those songs on the B-side, so that's what made me curious to get this 12-inch single. I mean, the song Thin Line Between Love and Hate's not bad. And it reminds me of a 50s doo-wop song for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. And it's on the Real Records label. So there we are. The live versions on here, on side 2, the B-side, sound really, really good. Really, really good. And made me glad I picked this up. So there we go. Okay, that was one haul at a separate record store. Then I went to the other side of town to a different record store, Novelty Shop. And this place has a reputation for having decent stuff, but way overpriced. So every time I go there, I don't buy a lot of vinyl. I usually get maybe 3 or 4 records, and that's about it, because their prices are so crazy. So I'm thumbing through there, and I find a Who record, which was the Who Sellout, and it looked minty. The vinyl looked really minty, like it never been played before. The cover was in great shape. I was like, wow, I've never seen this record in this great a shape. And it looked, I didn't really bother, it was on Decca, the label was Decca. So I figured I just found a good copy of it. But it had no price on it. So I went to the guy on the counter and said, how much do you want for this Who album? There's no price tag on it. And he said, well, let me look it up. And he looked it up. I patiently waited. And then he turned to me and said, you know what? This is a $300 record. I'm like, whoa, shit, really? He goes, yeah, because I apologize. I got to be more on the ball with my inventory and get those expensive records behind the counter. the ones we really got at. Tell you what, thanks for bringing this to my attention. Tell you what, anything you buy today, 50% off. I'm like, oh well, so he gave me the good guy price. So I got a decent stack here from him, and instead of taking 50, he took 60 off. So I got the nice guy price. So I just bought a few knickknacks, nothing extravagant, but he gave me 60% off it. I got done up good. It doesn't happen very often with me. So I got the best of Earth, Wind & Fire Volume 2. I see this on CD a lot. I'd never seen this on vinyl. Maybe it's not that rare, but I've never seen it on vinyl before. It just has their classic hits, such as Let's Groove, After Love Is Gone, Fantasy, Serpentine Fire, Love's Holiday. And I have part 1 on vinyl as well, so it was kind of nice to kind of complete that. And like I said, I never see this on vinyl, so always see it on CD, so very cool to have this on vinyl, on the Columbia label. Earth, Wind & Fire, one of my favorite R&B bands. They're just so talented, such great songwriters. Plus they do jazz inspired songs, gospel, blues, funk, a lot of variety in Earth, Wind & Fire's music. So I always gotta grab their vinyl up when I see it. And I didn't have this one, so this was cool to add to the EWF part of my collection, as well as a 12-inch single from the song System of Survival. This came off the album Touch the World, came out in 87, I believe, is the year. Yeah, 87. And it was the first single off that album. What I like about even though it's not the best Earth, Wind & Fire album, it was on that album I saw them live for the first time, and they blew me away. It was a great show, and I think this is also on the same label, yeah. So basically what we got here is just a remix, a dance remix, a dub remix, the house party remix, and the 7-inch single version of this song. So I just bought it because I never see this on the 12-inch. I once had this on cassette back in the day, still got it on vinyl. It's a decent album, but this is a great song, so really good to have it as a 12-incher. Another 12-incher was from Sting. We worked the back seam from his first album, Dream of the Blue Turtles. I never knew this was a single. It must have been a British import 12-inch, because I never knew this was a single. I only knew Fortress on Your Heart and If You Love Someone Set Them Free. I never knew this song was released as a single. And on the B-side we have Dream of the Blue Turtles and Shadows in the Rain from the same album. And it's on A&M, this white label. I've got to clean this. I haven't cleaned this record up yet, but really cool song. The best version of the song came from the movie Bring on the Night, when his band played it live. This song sounds great live. Sounds good on record too, but the live version I think is better, but that's just my opinion. So, and Dream of the Blue Turtles is one of my favorite albums that came out in 1985. Just a great album, and I remember just being so inspired by it. I still get inspired by it when I listen to it. So, really cool to put this in the collection. From Simple Minds, New Gold Dream. I don't know why I can't talk today. Really cool album. Was missing this one too. I always find it, but I never find it in good condition, so really good to have this one. Here's the original insert, and I don't remember the label on this one. Oh, it's a custom label. Really nice. This is another record I gotta clean first. So, always dug Simple Minds, and when I go to record stores, I usually only see the live record and Street Fighting Years and Once Upon a Time is the only vinyl I see from them. So, really cool to find this. Like I said, when I do see it, it's beat up to hell. So, nice to find a clean version of it. So, there we go. Okay, this was inspired by some videos LJ put out. LJ put out a video that just dealt with AOR albums or arena rock albums, and that was a really good video. This is one of the records he showed in it, I believe. Oh, wrong one. It was this one. It was from the band Survivor, and it's Caught in the Game. I remember him showing this one, and I was always curious to look for it and find it. It was always a hard record to find for me. And there we go. And from Survivor. And this one featured the original lead singer, which was Dave Bickler. It's the guy in the fancy beret there. So, and this was a good album, like you said. You know, I always liked Survivor, and people kind of make jokes about it because of Eye of the Tiger. But this was a really good album. I really dug the music on it. Like you said in the video, there is one sappy ballad in here that you might want to fast track through, and I found it and I fast tracked through it. But other than that, I really enjoyed what I heard on this one. And the label, what's the label? Oh yeah, Scotti Brothers. Scotti Brothers. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Remember that? Remember that skit? Anyway, I'm being weird today. So really good AOR music. Really dug this album. So really happy to have it. I wish I found it in better condition. There's a lot of ring wear on this album cover. You can get a closer look, but it's the music that matters. The music's good, so dug that one. Found another Survivor album, When Seconds Count. This is with a different lead singer. What's this dude's name? Jimmy Jameson. Yeah, it's this guy on the top there. And on the same label, Scotti Brothers came with the original insert. I haven't listened to this one yet. I think this one came out in '86. Where's the year on this? Yeah, this came out in 1986. And I was going through the track listing and really don't recognize the names of the songs, but I'm sure once I spin it, then it'll come back to me. Haven't gotten to this one yet, but you know, so far this will be the fourth Survivor album I have in my collection, and I don't have a Survivor album I don't regret buying so far. So chances are I'll probably will like this. They seem to have a good writing chemistry, and they make good AOR sounding albums, and I always enjoy them. They're quick and they're catchy kind of music, and I like their music, so really cool to put this in the collection. Another AOR type of band from the 80s, the band Night Ranger. This album is Man in Motion. This came out in 1988, and when it came out, I had bought it on cassette and really, really loved the cassette, and was kind of surprised to find this on vinyl. I had never seen this on vinyl before, so I'm very familiar with this album. Really good too, and it is on the Camel label. So I'll show you there, the Camel. Very nice. Great songs on here: Man in Motion, Reason to Be, Don't Start Thinking, I Did It for Love, Halfway to the Sun. Some good songs on here, solid songs. Out of all the Night Ranger albums I owned in the past, I think this one's my favorite actually, and it's the one that really wasn't that well hyped or promoted. Here's the insert that came with the record. Picture of the band, some credits. In the back is all the lyrics to the songs. Really, really good album. Like I said, I owned this on cassette back in '88. I think a year after this was released, they put out a live album, Night Ranger Live in Japan. I had that on cassette as well. A few songs from this album were on the live record that came out, and I bought that on cassette as well, like I said, only because I wanted to hear what some of these songs sounded like live, and they sounded great live. It makes me wish I had seen them live during this time, but such a great band. Another band that gets made fun of, because the one song people like to make fun of, which is Sister Christian, because it's like the 80s song that people like to joke about, but this is a really good album. Really dig what they did on this one, so real happy this is now in the collection. I gotta get some Genesis. Gotta get my hands on some Genesis, and we got Genesis In the Beginning. This is the one of many reissues from Genesis' first album, which originally was called From Genesis to Revelation, or something like that. I don't own the black cover one. I've seen it in shops a bunch of times. I can't really say I'm a big fan of Genesis' first album. I don't know why I said first twice. Just to show how serious it was. But I did like the song Silent Sun. That was really good. The Serpent wasn't bad. In the Wilderness was pretty good, and that's about all I can really remember right now. And it is on London Stereophonic label, if I could ever pull the album out. There we go, London Stereophonic. A very clean copy too, in very great condition. A little bit of wear on the cover, but otherwise, this is a good copy of this album. And pretty valuable record, I'm sure. I mean, not ultra value, like $300 valuable, but a decent album. And being a Genesis fan, it's nice to kind of own all the different reissue versions of the first record. So I didn't have this one yet, so pretty cool to put that in the collection. And since we're on the Genesis take, let's show you the 45 I got. It's Genesis Taking It All Too Hard. I didn't know this was a single either. I mean, I didn't remember there was That's All, Illegal Alien, Home by the Sea, Mama. I didn't know that Taking It All Too Hard was actually released as a single. And on the flip side, we have the song Silver Rainbow from the same album, the Shapes album. Really cool. Now, that's what it says on the label. But when I take out the record, it is a white label promo, and it just has Taking It All Too Hard on both the A and B side. So no Silver Rainbow here. But it's still cool to have these. If I find a Genesis 45 I don't have in my collection yet, I pick them up. Love this band. They are my ultimate favorite band out of everybody, and can't get enough Genesis. Just can't. All right, and the last record, end of the line here, folks. We have, and I can't believe I bought this, but I know I'm gonna like it. I haven't listened to it yet, but I get the feeling when I dig this. Pet Shop Boys, actually. It has the song It's a Sin and What Have I Done to Deserve This? And there's the hype sticker still on it. And I remember, even though I used to make fun of this band back in the day, because I was just a young asshole and now I'm an older asshole, I gotta admit, I do like their songs. They're real catchy, they're real fun to listen to. And I should have just gave them a break. And I actually dig this picture on the inner sleeve. Nice picture of the band. The rest is just credits and stuff. And the label, this is a custom label, so really nice. Haven't spun this one yet either, but I know I'm gonna like it. Who am I kidding? So there's proof that there's no shame in my game. Pet Shop Boys on vinyl. Well, that's gonna do it, folks. Just a quick little video of a little haul I did this weekend, but it was still a good vinyl dig. Gotten a few subscribers, so welcome to the channel, folks, and drop me a comment and let's get a conversation started. Always nice to talk to folks from the BC, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.